They know I'm the one like.
Hello, my energy empire. What's really good? Happy New Year 2026. You already know what time it is. Up and out, innit? So we have Chip versus Ambush. Finally, the man of the hour, Chip, has answered. So no bias ting. I'm just going to give my live reaction right now. I should really be on camera for this, but I'm actually busy at the moment. I'm just trying to organize certain things, but we have to drop this content nevertheless. So I see that Ambush is at the petrol station. Oh, here we go. Wait, but you know what? Hold on a minute. Before we get any further, shouts out to everybody who's been standing by Streetkeeks TV from since I started to where I'm at now. I know I haven't been consistent. I'm going to try to be consistent. I'm not going to make that a promise because, expect the unexpected. Things and circumstances can change at any moment. But nevertheless, let's just drop this intro.
Independent ladies, na 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 na. Keys are born in her pocket so she feel nice. She na borrow girl clothes in her real life. She na sponge pan a boy what him feel like. Can buy some drink if him feel like. Nobody worry about keys, she alright.
It was all a dream. I used to watch JBC. I know me they are Streetkeeks TV. I just a black ghetto youth like me. You can be anything that you wanna be, yeah. Here man, I'm a Tom all the day out of the slum king. I may represent for Streetkeeks TV Entertainment. Out of the slum, Streetkeeks gonna road you know how.
From here the voice you don't know, say I just son representing for Streetkeeks TV Entertainment. You don't know, We have real friends, but we have some fake ones too.
Yo, you done those tiny bullshit. You feel me? Straight out of Peck now, SN1. And right now you're locked to with Streetkeeks TV. You already know the hottest. You already know what's really good.
It's Energy Empire. So Energy Empire, pick up yourself. You're locked in with your girl Miss Keeks, and right now you're tuned into Streetkeeks TV live. This is where it goes down for hip hop and urban culture, black entertainment, because we say black excellence. So in the meantime, Energy Empire, let's not delay it. Let's get straight into it, because Ambush said Morals is the first track that he's coming with, and Chip says he's a killer MC. So all right then, here we'll go on. Let's see innit. Alright, petrol station, okay. Wait, hold on a minute. And you know what? Before I even let it go on any further, prior to this time, we should be aware that Ambush sent for Chip, Heady One and a couple other people neatly when he jumped into the clash that Skepta was trying to bring forward to the culture for the UK versus US hip-hop culture clash. Even though the clash didn't happen, and obviously we know that Skepta and Joyner Lucas did their thing, no one responded to Ambush at the time. He was left on silence. So now, starting off right here, I'm seeing him say, best in the game, it was Bait who was going to be here. Now, all right, Ambush has already declared from long time, from his freestyle, what he dropped when he sent for the UK rappers in the midst of a beef which was targeted to the US rappers. Now, a lot of people said that Ambush was cold on the actual tune. To be fair, I'm not going to lie to you, I did not even listen to the track. So I'm definitely going to have to do that. But nevertheless, my people, my community, my energy empire, big business, because we have a clash.
In the game, it was Bait, it was gonna be here. A and B is the name, and I'm up for the wars all year.
Yeah.
When you get here, it's wanna end your career. Live on stage, don't fear when I'm here. Myself to the end is clear. I swear. Yeah. I ain't got no gimmicks. You see me, I'm not F-Dane grimace. What you mean?
Hold it. What you mean that you can't find Ambush? Let's just pause that for a minute. Yeah? Because we know Ambush has been outside allegedly on a lot of street behavior. We already seen what's been going on with certain things and whatnot. So Ambush. Ambush. One thing I'm going to say, yeah, is this before I go any further. Ambush, yeah, is ready. And you know why I'm going to say he's ready? Is because lyrically, he had the heart to send for Chip. And I have to rate that because we all know that when it comes to lyricism, Chip is definitely a go up there in the field. Definitely in clashes too. So in saying that, yeah, the fact that Ambush just stepped to Chip in the mist, I was quite concerned. That when he made certain allegations talking about like Chip and certain things when it came to him progressing in the industry, he was making a little statement. I'm going to have to go check that out still. I'm going to see if I can find that clip. Because funnily enough, when I heard Ambush say that, I had to hit Chip instantly on the Twitter and ask him, what's this he's saying? We need some clarity, because it's not nice when a rapper's trying to rise and another rapper tries to put them down. And if you're in the music industry, then you know that these things definitely happen. But in the meantime, what you mean that you can't find Ambush? Ambush! Visuals! And you know what? I'm not going to lie to be. It's cold.
You know you can't find Ambush. I'm outside and I stand on business. I'm at work all in front of the witness. I pass cases, I ask for forgiveness. I got seen on camera with that biscuit. It weren't me, but you know that I did this. Talk shit, but they get back's timeless. What do you mean only run from? Everybody on smoke where I come from. Don't get taken a face if it gets long. Bro, just came home, can't quit one. Anything in my way get stepped on. Anything in my way get dealt with.
Wait! Violence! Hold on a minute.
Everybody wants to know the reason of this chip. Not for replies to let him know he's a big bitch. Imagine me coming in the game as a misfit. Everything I done I spent my own dough. Big risk, nothing like Heady and them pricks. They took brick money for a tape called Drillers and Trappers. That's 30 racks, dog, what a bunch of cappers. They're gonna say that it doesn't matter, but I'm a real nigga. Anyways, back to that chump. I should've known he was a mug from the jump. For me changed up the hook on Jumpy, that was funky.
Full Energy Empire had to just go and pull up that file quickly. Here it is. So this is the little piece. So like I think it was like the bit where he actually mentions Chip in this freestyle, what I'm highlighting, which he originally did like a few months back, was the little piece that I saw. And from I saw that, it was enough that I didn't even need to see anymore. I said, when Chip replies, then I'm going to go and listen to everything, because it will make much more sense to me. Because as I was saying to you, at first I was quite concerned, because I'm thinking to myself, hold on a minute. When I remember Ambush coming through into the game, Jumpy was mad. He shut that down solo by himself, right? But then after that, I saw Chip and Skeppy on the remix. So that's why when Ambush jumped into Skepta's situation and sent stray shots at Chip, instead of like going against the USA as you would have expected him to do, as Chip was presenting, as Skepta was presenting a clash between rappers who he thinks is compatible enough to go against each other. And even though the clash happened with Skepta and Joyner Lucas, and it didn't go to where it needed to go simply for the fact that the two genres, Skepta being grime and Joyner Lucas being hip hop, was a mismatch, we saw the controversy around that. But Ambush coming with a shock factor surprised everybody. And as I said, the little piece that I actually got to see, that's how I knew that he made a statement about Chip. So I had to hit Chip on that, because I was thinking, oh, why would he make this serious allegation about Chip? Like he's trying to say Chip was trying to hold him down or to do some shaky business when it came to them dealing with music. And I didn't rate that. So I was thinking to myself, oh, if Chip really is doing these kind of things, knowing everything he's been through and the time when Ambush would have been coming in the game, I'm definitely going to have to see him sideways. So I was like, but you see, because Chip's my guy, I need to hear his side, because there's always two sides to a story and in public opinion. So we have Chip finally outside, but we got Ambush kicking it off with morals, and then there's a freestyle on Plugged In where he drops some stuff, and then we've got Chip responding with, I think, Plugged Out, and then another track. I'm not familiar with the name right now, but I will highlight that in a moment. But yes, as we get into this, once I finish listening to morals, We're gonna have to make a decision, because everybody, when it comes to freestyles and sending shots at another rapper, they always go to the petrol station. And we've seen that Chip has a petrol station freestyle. So even though that freestyle might not be relevant in this case, the fact that Ambush chose to go to the freestyle is like he's saying, what? Man's freestyle is going to be more smoky outside. So let's see if he delivered on that. You guys let me know in the comment section. And two, also, one thing I will say so far is that Ambush is coming jumpy on this rhythm. So that little studio freestyle, what he set fire with before he dropped Morals, that I'm reviewing right now, yeah. One thing what I didn't like, Ambush, was the fact that you tried to drop this monkey lyric. And you know I weren't feeling it, because I popped it in your comment section, because I was thinking, rah, you was doing fine in your rap and you was hitting. But then you drop this monkey thing, and I'm thinking, oh, come on now, we're black. And we know that's one of the main things that people would think to use to discriminate us. So why would you actually do that when you know you're black and we're all referred to as that? Didn't make no sense for me still, and I didn't rate that still. So next time, Ambush, you have to drop that lyric, you get me? But otherwise than that, you press gas in the studio freestyle. And in Morals, you did your thing. But let's just keep going.
Cases I asked for forgiveness. I got seen on camera with that biscuit. It weren't me, but you know that I did this. Talk cheap, but they get back's timeless. What do you mean only run from? Everybody on smoke where I come from. Bag of Jake in the face if it gets long. Bro just came home, quite quiff one. Anything in my way get stepped on. Anything in my way get dealt with.
So as you can hear, Ambush is talking that talk. He's pressing gas. He's saying what he's saying, and he's making it be known that he ain't taking no talk. He's standing on business, and he's outside and he's saying what he's saying. He's going crazy. He's actually saying a lot of stuff, because if you're listening to him, yeah, he's talking about historic events, and then he's letting it be known that it might not be him, it might be him, it is what it is. He don't know, but whatever people saying, it is where it is.
Balance. Out of a warrior, skill of a genius. I rose on the dead like a phoenix. You best believe it. I'm not the one to compete with. I'm an extremist, not a defeatist. You don't know the realist. You don't know the. Wanna know the only way that you can be a real nigga? Never crack, never fall, never told. That's the only way that you can be a real nigga. That's the only way that you can be a G. These niggas ain't nothing like me. Bad man don't talk to police. I don't care if you was 15 when I was 15. I done 2 for 15. Couldn't go home till I done 15. 15 stands make him home 15. Stitch boy wanna act so miskin. Why you wanna act so miskin when everybody knows that rats ain't welcome? In the fence leaving letters like the mailman. Bitch niggas pointing fingers like they just got their nails done.
But he is getting Bouncer differently. Bouncer and Ambush thing is different. That's dark. And we're not even going to discuss that right now, because that's a subject which would need like some disclaimers.
It should be called mental health one. Pussy, you denied your young G. I can put it on a live for my mumsy. Now you wanna bring them into the fuckery. Boy, if you're the one, you can die on your own. Last shot had killers dialing my phone and they're phoning you too. Difference is that I told them the truth and you told them a lie, but we know what you do. Got punched up with your gun on you. We don't wanna hear gang shit come from you. Say sorry and I'll be done with you. Starts with you and it ends with you. Starts with you and it's ending with me. What? You think I'm worried about Chipmunk sending for me? He asked for a verse. I spun the track so much, bro, wouldn't even send it to me. No, come from a rap. I don't wanna hear Jack to the fans.
He's letting it be known like what Chip asked him for a verse. He was moving shade when he asked him for a copy. And because of that, he's pissed. And then in the freestyle, what you just saw prior, he said other things as well. He got into more detail about the edit on the Jumpy video and such, as you saw. And then, when the beat switches was going crazy, I do like that. But Ambush is like going mental, because he's bringing up pressure points against Chip. He's talking about the incident, what happened with Stormzy. You heard what he said. You can go and check it out for yourself. The lyrics is there. So Energy Empire, what's your take on this? Because for me right now, I'm not gonna lie, I like the beat switches at the end, because I'm sure the beat switched like 2 times. And then the beginning, I like how he creeped in. I was letting it be known like, yeah, it's wartime. Then he started to get active within his lyrics and let himself expression go where it needed to go. As I said to you, the things that he was discussing, and you heard it for yourself. So now I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, this plugged in with Fumes must be picking up from here, because for Chip to respond with plugged out, it's obvious that it went crazy. So you know what, let's just get straight into it, because we don't want to talk too much. Just let's react.
A and B, Fumes. Believe none of what you hear, and only half of what you see. There's treacherous out here, but the fact remains. Street ready. They know I'm the one lad. Get beat up with your gun lad. 3-5-4 to the fam lad. Street ready. They know I'm the mean guy. Bro, just give me the green light. I'll show up with my team lad. Brother, okay. Red dot on your headlight. Ready for what internet hype? Make it all stop like a red light. Look at your head. Man grew up in the gang days. You know the chat shit get bang days. Now it's all keyboard rampage. Keyboards. Now it's all YouTube bandits. Sitting on screen with your man tits. Talking on next man's gang shit. The fuck is talking about? Let's stop the confusion. Violence is never the answer. Only the solution. Street ready.
Okay, so he's addressing things, and from him starting off like that, it's sounding like he's addressing the things that people are saying pertaining to the female rapper and the allegations that's out there pertaining to him and sexual. All right then.
Bro, just give me the green light. I'll show up with my team lad. Nah, I'll show up by myself like. I don't care if you got mental health. I'll beat you up and then show you yourself with a butt of the gun or the belt like.
Ooh, Energy Empire, are you hearing this? Now he's addressing Kidavelly. Hold on, let's just listen before I speak. Listen.
Man, you go cause you're from a nice home, you're a nice lad. You can get the right hook or the light jab. I don't need an iPhone or an iPad. This is not a
Wait, let me pull that back up again. Hold on a minute. Ambush. Now, from the Joker's side, Ambush. That line there about my bad, I flicked the titty. I understand, yeah, you're trying to make a gimmick and a joke and lie out of the situation, but it's not a fun and joke time. It's a serious situation, especially when a woman is telling you that she felt like you touched her inappropriately and it falls in the category of sexual assault. That line is an idiot line, mind you. You need to take that out. Listen, Ambush, don't come with the foolishness, because I listened to you in a few voice notes when this incident happened, expressing your side of the story. And yes, you listen, there's a lot that goes to it, yeah, and I might have to do a reaction to that just for the way that you did that line, because as a woman I don't really rate that, Ambush, because respectfully you could have just left that out of it. You've already made a public apology, you've already insulted someone in an appropriate act and manner, and then you're trying to gimmicks it out like it's a laughter. Nah, everything else in the track, what you're doing, fair enough, but when it comes to that common man, take it serious, because you know it's a serious thing. That one there, red flag. So, Energy Empire, as we're at this topic here right now, Ambush and Bouncer getting into this situation where they're going back and forth, and he's being included in the disses that Ambush is sending out for Chip. it stems from a situation, as mentioned prior to before, with Ambush being accused of inappropriately touching a female artist. Now, because Bouncer highlighted that from a BBC article, Ambush took it offensively. And it's understandable because it's giving it more public exposure in something that's of a serious nature. But at the same time, we all know when something's on the media, it's going to be what it's going to be. So, Ambush now, my thing is this. That had a lot of back and forth going. So, I'm going to let the man Bouncer himself speak about it, as this is how they ended up getting in the back and forth before I carry on. And the Kidavelly part happens to catch Bouncer in the midst of it, because as we saw on the internet, there was a video that was going around where Kidavelly was running and he was severely damaged. Now, Street Ready, as AMB is saying right now, is like, okay, all right, we understand he took it personal because Kidavelly was on members only, talking a lot of stuff, and he ended up seeing him allegedly, as we've seen on the video. It's also noted that he was arrested and he was later then released. In this video that was trending, we all know now that Bouncer and other persons was a part of sharing this video. The video itself had, do you know what? Bouncer, drop it.
That's what it is. If Ray went to the police, my man would have a charge for that. If Ray went to the police, my man would have a charge for that. This is why it's a serious thing. This is why the BBC and that spoke about it. It's not a joke, bro. Get me? It's not a joke. And the way that she got laughed at when all this happened. She half got mocked and laughed at. I'm going to do a deep dive on that. That's my next video. Forget about it. Let's do it. Let's just go into the lyric. Don't worry, man. I'll do a next video today about that. Just so we understand the seriousness of that. You want to play these games?
Don't think I ain't listening. No, I'm not Diddy. I read the room wrong. I flipped the titty. My bad. Sorry.
You see, with this here, there's a life lesson to be had. Because in general, there's a lot of stigma around sexual advances and inappropriate touches between men and women. And what the problem is that most people are failing to understand consent in the actual moment of time and initiation or advances prior to that. Because I know they always would like to say, oh, when it comes to women being a victim of these things, they're promiscuous and such. Whereas, yes, that is partially true, but that does not give a man the right to touch a woman without her consent. And even if she's led you on to believe that you could do such a thing, unless she initiates that touch for you to, you understand, then you should just be keeping your hands to yourself and understanding boundaries and personal space. So I think that Ambush was a little bit immature in that moment, and he wasn't really thinking straight, because it just sounds like when he said, sorry, I flicked the tit, he's giving me like little boy energy, where you're thinking in your young days where you're growing up and you see your friends and they're just like, oh, you look good and oh, your things, and then they just might touch you like, and you're not really thinking until you become an adult where you recognize, oh wow, I was touched inappropriately because I didn't consent for the guy to touch me. But you don't see the severity of it until you understand the category and the breaches of personal space. The thing is, with the situation, it's very serious, but at the same time, it's something that I understand how Ambush came to that point, simply because I'm someone who comes from the streets and I've been raised in a community where I have seen There's times where you see your friends and you think that they look pretty and you're just happy to see them. You might touch them on their shoulder. You might maybe brush them on their chest area. You might stroke their hair. And all of these things are inappropriate touches if someone has not said, yes, you can touch my hair. Yes, you can stroke me on the shoulder. And all the other things that I just mentioned. From someone doesn't say that to you, all of these things are classified as sexual advances or sexual touches that's inappropriately made to you without your consent. Now, Ambush falling into this category is done because he was acting childish. Had he been thinking logical minded and knowing that I'm in a serious place, I am someone who knows the differences between consent and non-consent, and me right now walking up to this girl in a conscious mind state and doing what I did would be inappropriate. But no, he did not do that. He was not thinking consciously. He was thinking childishly. He saw a friend and he just went up to her and he just touched her, not knowing that the place where he touched her was going to be effective to her. And he should know that, obviously, because he's an adult and it was obviously stated on the chest. But there's a lot more to this from his side and from the female artist side. So it's a bit complicated, but I hope you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. And for the ones who don't, just drop it in the comment section and we'll just discuss it there.
I thought I was just being playful. Like, it was just like a real goddamn girl type of moment for me. You feel me? I was just trying to big her up. So when she messaged me, I apologized straight away because, like, I know my intentions were never to make her feel violated or uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of guy that if I saw a girl getting violated, I would step in, you feel me? But where I was looking at it, like, raw, like, all I did was brush her with my finger. Like, I was just responding in a way, like, where she shouldn't be mad. But in reality, touching her in any type of way is invasive and insensitive, regardless of how it went. You feel me? So the way she felt was legit. But even being honest with myself, listening back to them voice notes, I just sound stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, all she was trying to do was make me know the error of my ways, and she's right. You feel me? But yeah. I just want to say, like, us as guys, like, we do things without realising we're violating, and like, we need to become more aware of, like, the female experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, this whole thing has just been a humbling experience for me, and I'm definitely still learning and growing, and I just want everyone to know that I understand your frustration. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was a dickhead, like, I was getting ahead of myself, like, the fame, all that shit, like, being in spaces I've never been in before, had me acting stupid, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, yeah, I was stupid, and all I can do is continue to.
Alright, apology on that, yeah? And you know what? Where man's spoken to you, and it's obviously the situation, but I know the effects of what can happen. So, blood, I will reach out to you and see if you're alright, brother. Like, if you see a DM from me saying, yo, are you good? That's me making sure that your mental's calm, innit? Yeah? That's me making sure. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm accepting all what happened, yeah, it's a mistake and whatever. But man, the point I'm trying to make is, man ain't trying to rip you down, innit? Yeah? Man's watching a video, but I will still check on your mental health, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? I know men go through mental health, and I know this is a deep situation. You get me?
My brother.
It's like this. It's the same for the woman as well. The same for the woman as well.
Yeah, like I said, bro. Like I said, innit? You've seen the end of the situation now, innit? So that's that. It was 5 years ago. It's like, let's wrap it up. The reason this has come out now is because Bounce is sour because I didn't even call him a snitch. I said the roads is done. Real niggas are sitting down with snitches, because I couldn't believe a man was sitting down with him, letting him say a story about getting niggas laughed off and acting like it was just.
Have you seen his paper? Look, this is where I play devil's advocate, bro, because I don't do this. I don't believe things. Have you not seen his case? Because I've looked through it, you know.
I've seen it.
You do know the youth that actually done the thing said it was him, innit? You know that?
Pardon?
You do know the youth that actually done it went there and said it was he done it. You do know that, innit?
No, he didn't say that, bro.
Huh? Brother?
He didn't say that.
It's on the case papers, bro.
The youth said Bouncer is after me or something like that. The youth said Bouncer's after me like that or something like that. A Bouncer's gone, and then giving a full 43-minute interview to the police, explaining that it was my man that killed him. It was my man that fucking hit him with whatever weapon, this, that, and the third. The judge said that bouncer Miles Harris's evidence was vital in the case. The truth of the matter is, the other youths on the case.
Internet ready. Now the boy Ambush, obviously, you know, he's street ready, internet ready. A lot of people don't understand why being Ambush has been going back and forth. And do you know what? Obviously, I've done a recap for everyone who man's kind of gone back and forth. And for him, it's like, bro, like you've said a lot of stuff, bro. And for someone that has the cheek to say a lot of stuff, bro, we haven't forgotten Ray Black, bro. You get me? And if Ray Black came online now and actually shared her truth, everyone would be like, raw, I didn't know you was feeling that way. Because the industry laughed at her years ago. They laughed at her. Anyway, I just done a full YouTube. Why me and Ambush don't see eye to eye. But on the flip side, guys, it's safe to say industry reset is about everyone taking accountability now, innit? And not anyone can do anything that they want online and think they're not going to get called out for it. It's to say that. But anyway, comment the word ready or head to my YouTube and go watch the full YouTube clip. YouTube video. I got exposed for being a snitch 2009. It's 2025. And I'm still dealing with it. You lot keeping hearing that bouncer rang up Crime Stoppers. I sent people into prison. There's 4 people in prison riding life. That's doing life for bouncer. Bouncer done a video evidence. It got used against them and it sent them to prison. This is the stories that every GM, every road person, everyone has heard. You've heard this. Call me a snitch about the right information, not push false narratives.
Pearson later told police he felt Bouncer was after him. That became part of his defense, shifting attention from himself onto Bouncer, and it worked. The prosecution used Bouncer's interview as supporting evidence, even though it was never meant to be used.
You can see this as well, innit? It says the lie had thrown a brick at Pearson, at Sword, but admitted being attacked by him on the bus. I wasn't there. I've been brought into this. I haven't gone to the police. The people that's been charged for murder, they've called.
Give me one artist, yeah, that you think needs to jump off music.
I might as well give you 2.
Oh. Right,
I'll do 2, my nigga. Swarms and Ambush. They're terrible. Those are, them artists there.
Oh, shit.
Listen, nah, them artists there are so relevant in the scene and so shit. You get me? I've seen other upcoming artists that are unknown that's got better talent than them. You feel me? Like, that's it. You get off the music thing, man. You might as well do blogging or something about gym or something like that. You lot are shit, man. You're not even on my levels with the thing anyway. You get me? That's it. Ambush and Swarms are the biggest. Listen, cool, let's do this. If them man they think that they're actually hard, how about we do a rap battle?
So as you can hear, Energy Empire, Kidavelly right now is going off, yeah, on Ambush, and it is diabolical. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, the things that he is saying about Ambush as a rapper is peak, considering that when you think about Kidavelly and Ambush, I'm pretty sure a lot of people is going to say that they listen to Ambush more for the simple fact of his commercialized tunes. But Kidavelly having his confidence and just saying what he's saying on the network, yeah, led him into this position where obviously he ends up not being street ready. And do you know something? You see, when you're in the streets, it is where it is. Until you grow and you get that wisdom to make a movement, who am I to judge? But if you want to reform, this is where you need to be.
Like, man's rapping crud about WAPs. You don't even know about WAPs, boy. You probably don't even know how much sweets goes in your WAP that you're rapping about. You're not a road man. You're a waste man. Swarms as well, just some next sweet boy that probably eats at the puntang and that. You feel me? Not enough in as well. Music shit. That's why you lot have been irrelevant from years, cuz. You lot are done. You lot are just some next dickheads, cuz. Like, could never take you lot's music serious, man. And that's the fact. I don't need to lie, innit? That's all coming from the heart. That comes from the heart, innit? Like, man don't need to cap. That's from the heart. That's what happens. You man are not on nothing. You get me? Your music is shit. You've been irrelevant in the scene for years. No one takes you serious. So that's it. Just sign out and you're done out here. That's it.
What do you think of Ambush's song, This in the USA?
Come on, my brother.
The aspect of this situation here, Kidavelly obviously knew him saying all those things that he was saying about Ambush and the other rapper that he mentioned he was going to eventually see them. And obviously you can't tell a man how to react. And unfortunately, this is what happened. We ended up seeing a viral video of Kidavelly running down the street looking like he needed some assistance. So Kidavelly did reply to this, and it is public knowledge that Ambush did get arrested for the viral video that we saw, and this is the reason why Bouncer and him have further gone into more beef. And when I say beef, I don't mean street beef, I mean like public back and forward, simply for the fact that you see Ambush now. Ambush didn't wanna apologize to Bouncer when Bouncer gave him the 24 hours, and that's fair, because at the end of the day he's a man, and at the end of the day, who's the next man to tell the next man to come and apologize? Like, nah. So he felt like, nah, he ain't on that. And you heard Bouncer say in the video, ego and pride got the best of him, so they ended up taking things to a serious manner. And then everybody just got collateral damage. And this is where we are now. But I can't lie, the plugged in. Ooh. Ambush. That flow spin there. I like that one. I rate that. And the thing is, you see right now, as I go through this review, I can separate your situation, what you've done, and know that you was wrong for that. But I could also discuss your artistry and say where you're right and what's I don't like, and you understand? So yeah.
That's an embarrassment. That's an embarrassment, cuz. Bro, the tune's not even mixed and mastered properly, cuz. And like, he's just trying to get relevance. Like, no one's replied back to him apart from some next unknown artist and that. Like, it don't make no sense, cuz. I can't listen. Bro, listen, let me tell you something. Ambush, stay out of this UK versus USA. Because you don't want the... Listen, look how much tunes I've done with the USA's. Sort of my mixtapes, and I got videos on YouTube, right? But you have absolutely no talent to go against US rappers. That's it. You're embarrassing the UK, cuz. You can never, ever in your life go against the USA. Stop begging it, man. Leave that to Skepta. Skepta, like I said, the only artist, no one in the rap that does rap. Skepta can do rap and gram. You get me? Skepta's been one of my favorite artists. I would say only Skepta and Chippy are the only ones that's lyrical enough to go against the Americans. You're shit already. You get me? You're dead. Admitted to touching up and Canada. You're done. Listen, you have got no talent. Your tune you made on the Americans is pants, cuss. Listen.
Ambush. You have got 24 hours. At 3 p.m, I have got a premiere, bro. With you having 24 hours to come online, bro, and make a public apology. You've just involved me in some criminal matter. I've never ever met this Kidavelly before, bro. And whatever problem you have with him, it don't involve me. So why is this happening?
Huh? What do you want me to move to you again? Huh? Say sorry, Ambush. Huh? Huh? You little fucking mug. You little fucking mug. Huh? Tell Bouncer come save you now, blood. Huh?
What has this got to do with me? Please tell me, bro. Like, you see when it starts, people's heads start getting bust and police start getting involved, people start seeing this, you're talking about Bouncer. If this was me, bro, the whole of the internet would be like, oh, my man's a rat. Oh, my man's done this. Oh, akhe, internet ready, akhe.
Internet ready.
Bro, you've got 24 hours, bro. There is 3 p.m. We got a premiere, bro. You need to be apologizing, bro. Because them files, bro, that voice note is about to go everywhere, bro. I've had enough of you, bro. I've actually had enough of you. But listen, I just want to expose the gatekeepers, and you keep on bringing me into this. Please, respectfully, I'm not trying to go back and forth with negative this, bro. It's long, fam. But you, bro,
So Energy Empire, that has been a lot. But as you've heard, Ambush explained the situation of the SA allegation himself, and you've heard my perspective. And you've seen where the shots on the Fumes engineer plugged in has come from with Bouncer. You've also seen where the Kidavelly situation has come from, because he was talking a lot of smoke on members only. I might see if I can pull up a clip for you and drop that, where he ended up, as I said, bucking up into Ambush allegedly, and things went left. It was crazy. And then obviously you've heard Bouncer say what he has to say, because his name was mentioned into it, because Ambush felt like Bouncer was using Kidavelly's antics as a stepping stone to come out and publicly expose him further with the allegations which was going on. So, there was a back and forward between them. And, Ambush ain't backing down, because he's dropping his lyrics, he's saying what he has to say, and he's stepping steady. So let's see. Let's carry on and listen to this music right now. We're still plugged in.
Car, you ain't got a wheel up better than Specs. No. You ain't got a grime tune better than Scorcher. You never class P-Money or get. You're an imposter, that gas in your roster. You can't start tiny temps. Young and ain't grime, so that don't make sense. No. Dickhead, coward, loser. Gigs made you shake hands, but you're a abuser. Anyone with eyes can see you're a gem. Bugsy was nobody when he dissed you. Now that Malone's got M's on M's.
No, I can't lie. Fumes getting up just makes it even worse, because respectfully, when he went on, he's like, dickhead, loser. Oh, he said that with chest and venom. Hold on, let me watch.
Anyone with eyes can see you're a gem. Bugsy was nobody when he dissed you. Now that Malone's got M's on M's. You ain't even got one M, my friend. You been doing this since I was year 8. You been doing this since I was year 8. Tell me the last time you got paid 10. In the last 10, boy, I ran through M's. 10 years back, I was still in pen. Last 10 years fam, I've been through beef. Last 10 years fam, I've been through grief.
Nah, so on the plugged in, yeah, he definitely came out, because on the first verse, Ambush was definitely pressing for Bouncer, like shading him, talking about him basically being on YouTube and all sorts of things. These times, like, that is kind of a silly shade when you think about it, because everybody gets paid off of YouTube once you're in a game. But because how the streets move, if you're from the streets, they say, raw, you're not supposed to be on the internet chatting. So that's really the reference that he was alluding to, and talking about keyboard gangsters and stuff like that. People just text instead of getting to work. And not even just that, yeah. When he said, yeah, sitting on screen with your man tees, stop it. You know what he said, but I'm not going to say it because it's just cheeky. Stop it. The chorus, I'm not going to lie, I like the chorus. Street, ready. Yeah, and he came in cold with that still. But the second verse now, he was talking his stuff. The only thing, as I said, I didn't really like was the I'm not Diddy, I read the room wrong, I flicked the titty, my bad. I didn't really like that. Do you understand? But prior to that, he was getting at Kidavelly, and he was making it be known. Do you understand? The only thing is that the little mental health part, come on, we can't really play around with mental health, so Ambush, you're wrong for that as well. But the third verse, this is where he's going on. Jeez, he was stepping to Chip. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, and the fact that he even had to bring Scorcher into it to use it as a reference to diss Chip was kind of reckless still, because they're a team, man, and Scorcher's cold and Chip is cold in his own way. And then when you're bringing up P-Money and Gets, these are sore subjects, Ambush, but you know what, in a diss, it makes sense. I'm not even gonna lie, as I said, that dickhead coward loser part was reckless still. You said that with venom. Gigs got involved. Why did you have to bring the landlord into it? That was madness. The Malone part, we all know what the streets are saying, that Bugsy Malone killed Chip in the mashup. on the clash. So, ooh, he's pressing here, but when he's picking up, and I'm like, ooh. But I can't lie. You see that last 10 years, fam, I've been through beef. Last 10 years, fam, I've been through grief. Last 10 years, fam, I've been through jail. Last 10 years, fam, I've been through hell. Still I'm here, still I prevail. Jeez, that's the best lyrics that you dropped in this diss track for the wisdom. You see it, streets, it's not always about the, you understand, reform, wisdom, but I'm not here to preach, but I am on a different mindset and a different agenda, and growth is always important. So you already know how it goes. Street ready, internet ready, wisdom ready, all sorts already. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. The verse on the second, not the second verse, the last verse, cold. Like, still never crack, never fold, never tell. So please don't tell me about Jumpy. All right. Then you're bringing in Skepta. Ooh, like, I ain't gonna lie. Then you talking about you ain't been bigger than Dave or Central, Dizzy, Wiley, Stormzy. Ooh, you're calling some heavy hitters, Shade and Chip. And it's not nice when you put people up in competition. You understand? Because everyone's in their own lane, even though competition is what sells. Because, you know, it just keeps the momentum and the passion alive. So, I ain't gonna lie. The third verse, there was a lot to dissect. I ain't gonna lie, like, it was getting dark. Even closing the rap with, I suggest you don't piss me off. See you in the streets and I can call you a dickhead. Morals. Hey, I want to hear what Chip has to say in Plugged Out. Energy Empire. We're here. Wait for the next one.